So in this segment, I want to kind of wrap everything up with something I think is really, really important to every shop operation, and that is shop meetings. I ask my seminar groups, who in this room, and usually there are 40, 45 people in the room, who in this room currently have shop meetings? And if I'm lucky, I get one or two hands go up. I ask the same thing of technicians, and I get a lot of eyes rolling, right? We all have an aversion to shop meetings, and yeah, there's good reasons for it. We've all sat in shop meetings that were just brutal. Shop meetings are a key component to every successfully operated repair shop because technicians think very differently than service writers think. And shop ownership can think very differently than service writers and technicians. You all have to communicate together. Shop meetings do a number of things for you. They can keep little things from becoming big things. You can address things immediately rather than letting them fester or rather than letting them cause customer satisfaction issues. It's a communication tool, but there's rules to shop meetings. And the first rule, number one rule, is keep it short. 15, 20 minutes maximum. Keep it short. Nobody likes long meetings. And nobody likes to come in early for a meeting or stay late for a meeting or lose their lunch hour over a meeting. If you keep your meetings to 15 to 20 minutes, you can usually fit them in between your normal hours of operation. That's rule number one, short. Rule number two, have an agenda. I ask my groups, what happens if you don't have an agenda? And this is the only thing that technicians and service writers I've ever seen them agree on. They all say the same thing. It turns into let's say a complaint session. If you don't have an agenda, it's a free-for-all, right? So you've got to have an agenda. I usually have 3 things on the agenda. And I don't really care what those 3 things are, but I want at least one of those 3 things to be communication within the shop. Whether we're using customer problem analysis sheets, whether we're going on test drives, whether we're collecting appropriate information for the technicians to do their job, I want some sort of communication item on the agenda. I want some sort of tool and equipment or facility thing on the agenda. And the third thing, I usually let it be whatever. Maybe it's the number of comebacks that week. Maybe it's everybody did a great job. You see, you should have positives on that agenda as well as negatives. Positives will get you so much further than sitting in a meeting telling everybody how horrible they are. Recognize people in those shop meetings. So keep it short, have an agenda, and be consistent with it. Consistency is key in everything, right? Especially in business. A consistent shop meeting, whether it be weekly, monthly, quarterly, doesn't matter as long as it's consistent. Sends a very specific message. It sends the message that we at this repair shop are serious about what we do here. We're serious about communicating. We're serious about keeping everybody on the same page in terms of customer satisfaction, customer retention, customer labor sales, etc. So, short, agenda, consistent. If you do those 3 things with your shop meetings, you're going to drastically improve communication within your organization. I suggest if anybody wants to start having shop meetings that you create 12 months worth of agendas or just do it quarterly to start with and create 4 quarters worth of agendas. You can do it ahead of time. That's fine. You can pick the dates ahead of time. That's okay too. If the agenda changes between now and when you get to the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter agenda, that's okay. But at least you've got a plan in place and everybody can see, you know what, we're serious about this. So I strongly urge you to consider having regular shop meetings to improve communication, improve customer labor sales, and improve overall customer satisfaction. It will help you create the exceptional service experience, including fix right first time, and get to trust. Thank you. Stay tuned.